Jai Jinendra, Namaste and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve the 65th question of the problem solving series and the third question of string. The difficulty level for this question is medium and this question has been asked in Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Oracle and many other companies. So convert a Roman numeral to a integer numeral. Okay. So we know, right? How do we write Roman letters? We know. So we need so the string of Roman values are given, we need to convert that Roman value into an integer value. Let's look at the example. So what is this? We know this is 4, right? So when this string will be given, we need to return it as 4. Now what is this? Before you may not know numeral, so I know that everyone would have know what are the values for the Roman, but I'll write it here. So this represents 1, okay? This letter represents 5, this letter represents, it's given in the question as well, 10, this represents 50, and this represents 100, and this represents 1000, okay. So yeah, so now to convert this, we know this is 1000, this is 100, and this is 10, so 1110, and this is 7, so 1117, right? Now how do we solve this? Okay, so now we know this is the, what is the intuition to solve this problem? If there was a directly, if we could have converted and we would have added it like here, this is 1000, this is 100, this is 10, and then this is 717, but not in this case, right? Because this is 5 and this letter is before this, so this is 1, right? So this has come here, so this is 1 and 5, 15, we can't do that, right? So the way the new Roman letters are written is when we see in these symbols that if the smaller value appears before a larger value, like in this example 5, this v is greater than I, right? But this I has appeared before v. That means we need to subtract this value from the answer. So our answer starts with 0. So we see this one, the letter after it, the index, this string, say it is a string A. So A0 is 1, right? And A5 is V. Okay. Now we should have the values here stored in a map, right? Because this is 1, this is V, this is 5, we don't know, right? So we'll store this in a map, and then we see, okay, A0 is actually less than A1, right? If that is the case, then we will, if we store our answer in an answer variable which is assigned as 0, then this value should be subtracted here. So 0 minus 1 would become minus 1. And after that, A1, we don't have A2, so we will just add it, whatever the value of A1 is. Minus 1 plus 5, it is 4. Right? Now, in this case, if we use this, so what is the intuition here? If any value which is smaller than its next value comes before it, if a smaller value comes before a larger value, then we need to subtract its value from the result value, right? We will subtract that value. If it comes later, like for example here, M is there and then C is there. So this is greater, right? A0 is greater than A1 in this case, right? So we will add the value of A0, that is 1000, right? So our answer is 1000 and then plus. Now A1 is actually greater than A2. So we will add A1 value also, that is 100. Same goes for A2, A3, A4, everything is greater, right? It is in a descending order. So we don't have to worry. Whenever it is an ascending order, we will subtract it. So let's code it. It's very simple. So we take a map here, an ordered map, int m, okay? And we store these values, okay? This won't be int. We are taking a character, right? So char is represent as integer value. So m of I is 1, m of v is 5, m of x is 10, m of L is 50, m of C is 100, m of N is 1000, right? So we have all these values stored in the map now. Okay. Now we run the loop from for I equal to 0, I less than str dot size minus 1. Why? Because at the end we don't have anything to compare with this next value, right? So we will take up to here only. Okay, and then when it crosses, so this size is 2. So when the size becomes 1, when it is here, we don't have to compare, so we'll directly add whatever the value is. Okay, so here now, so we see if m of str I, right, a0, right, m of a0, so str I is, if we take this example, this one, stri, right, stri is I, so m of I is 1. If m of I is 1, if 1 is actually stri plus 1, okay, if it is less than, if this m of I, this one, if it is less than this next value, so it's ascending order, so what we will do, we'll have our value as int answer as 0. Okay, so we will make answer minus answer is equal to answer minus m of stri, so we'll subtract the value, else, so it's not writing, so I'll use a black pen here, forgive me for this, else answer would be plus of m of stri, okay, else we will add it. So once we have crossed this, at the end we will add the value of the last string letter, right? So that is str dot size minus 1, okay, and this we'll add it whatever the value is, and then we will return the answer. Okay, so I hope the explanation is clear. The time complexity is order of n, we are traversing it, and the space complexity of order of this number of letters of the Romans, okay, map. So in this way, I think you can solve this question. The link to the question is given in the description. Please try it yourself and then come to my code walkthrough section. This is the code walkthrough of the 65th question, Roman 2 integer in LeetCode platform. You can see the companies that have asked these questions are, a lot of companies have asked these questions, Uber, Goldman Sachs, okay. And this is the solution. We have taken the map, and I forgot to mention that MD is 500. So when we get this D, we will get this 500, okay. And this is the same logic. I told the intuition, if the smaller alphabet comes before the bigger alphabet, that means we are going to subtract that value, okay. So that's what we have done here. If MSI is less than MSI plus 1, we subtract the MSI value, otherwise we add it, and at the end we add the last value, because we don't have anything to compare, okay. So we will directly submit this. I hope you have understood the intuition and the solution. Okay, then see you all soon in the next video, where I'll be explaining the 66th question of the problem solving series, which would be the converting the integer value to Roman value. Jai Jinendra.